Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ange, and today I have another full body Pilates class for you where we'll be challenging your core strength, getting some good full body movements in, and really getting that nice flow so that you feel like you got a lot in a short amount of time, and you leave this class feeling amazing with that post Pilates glow. We don't need any equipment other than your mat and maybe a little pillow or pad, something to sit up on and put behind your head. So grab what you need, roll out your mat, and let's get into this class. Meet me in a seated position at the front end of the mat. Let's bring our hands behind our thighs and roll down nice and slow, one vertebra at a time to lay on your back and bring your feet a little closer to your seat. Let's start out with some breath. Reach your arms back by the ears as you inhale. Circle your arms around to your thighs as you exhale. Keep going like that. Inhale through the nose and exhale through your pursed lip. Pilates breathing. And as you're moving those arms, see if you can keep the back of the ribs just anchored down into the mat. Noticing here that each time you exhale, your core responds a little bit. Each time you inhale, you get some movement through the rib cage and you feel just a little bit more centered and ready to go. One more time. Bring the arms down by the sides. Let's take another breath in. As you exhale, we're lifting one leg up to tabletop and the other follows right along. Squeeze the inner thighs together and we're lifting right up into our ab prep, our chest lift position. Now from here, we're gonna pulse our arms into our hundreds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze those inner thighs together. See if you can really feel that abdominal connection as you exhale. And if you need a little support for your neck, put one or both hands back there. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's hold here. Hands come behind the head. Now let's reach the legs as we exhale for 5. And inhale, bend. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bend, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going with that, or follow me with long legs. Lower for 5. And lift for 5. Using your exhale to lower and your inhale to lift. Now from here, you can keep going like this, or you can add your arms. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do one more round. Squeeze those inner thighs. Feel a little hug through the glutes. Hold, bend your knees, lower your head, and give yourself a little hug. Little rock side to side. We're warm now. That's a traditional warm-up exercise and it really works. All right, we're gonna bring those legs back down onto the mat. Feet are in line with the hip bones, arms by the sides. Let's go into our hip rolls. Curl the tailbone under, roll up. Big breath in at the top here and roll down. And again, feeling one vertebra at a time, peel up off the mat, hold the top, get that nice big breath, feel those glutes, and roll back down, melting the spine one vertebra at a time. Let's go a little faster. We'll exhale all the way up, inhale all the way down. So we're not rushing through the move, but we are getting a little flow going, letting the breath set the pace, guide the movement. One more time. And roll down. Lovely. Now from here, pull the feet just slightly closer to the seat, push into those feet and lift up to bridge, just hinging right up. Let's hold here. Feel that left foot anchor down into the mat. Left glute is on, we're lifting the right leg up. From here, we're tapping the toes down, lifting them up, and tap, and lift. Pushing into the backs of the arms and the heel that's on the ground to really feel strong and stable. 4 more. 4. See if you can keep the right hip nice and lifted. 3. Good. 2. And 1. Hold that leg, lower the hips halfway, and lift them up. The right leg is just bent, staying still. You're pulsing with that left side. And up. Good. Ooh, we're feeling this. Let's go for 3, 2, 1, put the right foot down, set the hips down, reset, big breath in. Exhale, lift up. Anchor down through the right foot, right glute is on, left leg is up. We tap 8 and 7. Working stability here, strength, working your core, your back, your glutes. Whew. We have 3 more. 2 more. You can feel your hamstrings working too, right? 1 more. Hold there, lower down halfway, lift it up, squeeze that butt, up, up, squeeze. Nice job. 4, try not to let the left hip drop. 2, and 1. Let's put the foot down, roll through those muscles, roll through the spine, reach it nice and long. All right, big stretch from fingers to toes, and circle the arms around. We are flipping over onto the tummy. All right, we're coming into our breaststroke. Starting with a little prep, legs are long, arms in your W shape. Inhale, lengthen up, gaze to the end of the mat, and exhale, down. Feel as though your back muscles are just peeling you up off the mat. Your arms are not doing any of the work. They're just hanging out beside you. 1 more big breath in and down. So keep those legs long, tops of the feet anchored into the mat as you hover the arms off. You're looking straight down. Reach the arms forward and then circle your arms around. Really big energy, pulling those hands back to the thighs, lift the chest. Bend the elbows and reach forward, coming to a low, long line. Inhale as you circle the arms, lift the chest. Exhale as you reach forward, low and long. So this is our breaststroke. Think of swimming. You're pulling that water, creating lots of resistance. And exhale, dive in. And reach. Nice. Let's do 4 more. And long. 3. Keep that neck long at the top of the move, gazing to the end of your mat. 1 more, hold this one. Flip the palms up and just press those triceps up and up, up, up. Good. 4, 3, feel the energy in the legs too. And hold, let's bring the hands right down to the mat. Give yourself a second. Bring your hands one on top of the other underneath the forehead. Now from here, turn the legs out. Lift them up off the mat. So you're really pulling those thighs up off the mat using your glutes, anchoring down through your pubic bone and 2 hip bones. We're going to start to flutter those legs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing just like our hundreds. My head's just slightly lifted for my microphone, but you guys can just rest your head right down, relax your upper body. Hold there, lower the legs, and we're lifting right up. Come into a little shell stretch and just kind of shift your hips, wiggle your hips back and forth. All right, lifting back up. From here, we're turning back around, up on the sitting bones, and the legs can either be bent, or you can follow with me and have the legs long and hip distance apart. Reaching the arms out in front of you, half roll down, scoop the belly, all the way up, and right back down. You're feeling your glutes tuck under a bit, you're keeping your legs down on the mat, and engaging through the core, making that nice C shape through the spine. Good, you're nice and wide through the collarbones. Relax through the neck. Roll it back, 4 more. If this feels like too much, you can go back to that bent leg position that we've been practicing. 2. And 1. Hold it here. Bring the knuckles together like you're hugging a big tree and twist to one side. Hold it here. Open the arms. Bring the knuckles back together. Come to center. Twist the other way. Open, together, center, and all the way up. Big breath in, get tall. Exhale, roll back. Knuckles together. Twist. Open, close, and center. Deepen that connection in the belly each time you come to center. Good. All the way up. Reach. 1 more time. Roll back. Knuckles together. Let's twist. Open. Together. Center. Keeping the opposite glute down. The legs really still. Getting that rotation from your center. Hold here. And we're just twisting it out. 6, 5, 4. Find your obliques. 3. You're feeling them now. 2, 1, and all the way back up. Let's just bend our knees and give ourselves a little stretch. Big breath in. And roll up. Scoot forward a little bit so you have space behind you. We're rolling back down. And we're going into the 1 leg circle. The right leg is straight on the mat. The left leg is coming to a bent position, or if you have the flexibility, you could straighten the leg. You're rotating that thigh bone in the hip socket, making a circle. Start it a little smaller, and notice that your pelvis can stay really still. If you can make it bigger without moving the pelvis, then go for it. Good. So you're getting a nice massage for the hip joint, lots of work for the deep core. Let's get that breath flowing. 2 more in this direction. We inhale the first half, we exhale the second half, we hold, reverse the direction, 8 and 7. Push the opposite leg into the mat. Use your arms for support. And 4, 3, good job, 2, and 1. These are a lot more challenging than they look, right? Bend that knee, slide it down on the mat, other leg comes up. If your leg is bent, you're still doing the same movement, making it as big as you can stabilize the pelvis. You're moving from right here, okay? Let's go. Starting out a little smaller maybe, seeing how it feels on this side, and making it as big as you can stabilize. 4 more in this direction, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's reverse it. 8, 7. I love this exercise. It just feels so powerful, especially when you start to build flexibility in the hamstring, strength in your quad. Get that leg really straight and bend the knee. Good. Slide the leg long, flipping over onto one side. You can put a pillow or a little yoga block under your head if that feels good for you, or just have your head resting on your arm. Line yourself up with the back edge of your mat in a long straight line. And we're gonna do both legs long here to challenge your stability. Hips are stacked, so top hip stacked right on top of the bottom hip. Let's lift the leg up. Think of someone pulling that leg gently out of the hip socket. Keep that length and we're circling. 8, 7, 6, 5, good. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Let's reverse it. So just like the circles we were doing on our back, our core is stable. We're not hula hooping the hips, keeping the pelvis real still as we move that leg in the hip socket. Hold that leg nice and long now. Reach even longer, and the bottom leg is coming up to meet it. Both legs go down together. Lift. Lift. Really think of getting those heels to touch if you can, rather than just the toes. Really working that inner thigh. Lift. Lift. Feeling the obliques really working here. And just check in with your top hip. Make sure it hasn't started to roll back on you. Good. We have 4 more. Up, up, and down. And 3. Doing so well. 2. And 1, and lower down. Nice job. Bend your knees and just give yourself a second here to just take a little rotation. And back towards me. So your fingertips are just on the ground in front of you and you're just tracing a little half circle, a little rainbow around the top of your head and back around. Doesn't that feel great? One more time. And back around. Nice job. Let's come all the way up, flip it around, and we're going right to the other side. Stretch the legs nice and long, and let's line up with the back edge of the mat. Your ear is in line with your shoulders, so bring your head back in space if you need to. Shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked, legs are nice and long. Little lift through the bottom side of your obliques. We lift the leg up, and we circle. 8, 7. The knee and toes are facing me, so you're in parallel in your legs. 4, 3, push that bottom leg into the mat. You feel how that helps you stay stable? Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5. Nothing like Pilates for core work, right? You can really feel that even as we're working the leg. Hold, the core is on. You're gonna feel that even more as we lift the bottom leg and lower. Inhale, lift. Keep inhaling as the bottom leg comes up. Exhale them down together with control. Lift, lift. Try not to rush through these moves. It's all about that strength, that control, that stability. And we're building it, right? With our consistent practice, coming to the mat a couple times a week, at least, hitting play. It's not very long, right? 20 to 25 minutes is all we really need. Can we do one more? Let's do one more. Up and down. Bend your knees and let's draw that rainbow above our head. Little break. Inhale and exhale. This is such a great stretch across the chest too, right here. Feels so good. And around. Nice job. All right, let's come onto our tummy and press ourselves right up to all fours. And from here, let's take a cat stretch around the spine, just transitioning. Little movement between exercises. One more time, exhale, round. And inhale, unravel. Now walk the hands forward and shift yourself forward so that you're in a modified plank. So your shoulders are right over your wrists, fingertips spread, and think of gripping the mat with your fingertips. So you got a little curl down of the fingertips into the mat. That's gonna help take the pressure off the wrists. We're tucking the toes, getting ready for full plank. Big breath in. Exhale, press into the mat with the hands and the feet as you lift those knees off the mat. And inhale, lower them down, tap. Exhale, lift and down. So you've got this nice pressure down into the mat from the hands and the feet, but you're feeling like you're using your core muscles to really lift you up. Everything is really working here. You got a little lift through the armpits, lift through the quads, glutes are working. 4 more. Think of turning the elbows back a little bit. 3, so you're nice and wide across your collarbones. 2. 1, let's hold here. Neck is long, we're lifting the right leg, lowering down, lift the left leg, lower down, knees down, take a break. Right back up, left leg lifts, lower, right leg lifts, lower, knees down, and we're going again, lift it up. Keep gazing out in front of you on the mat. Keep thinking of all those principles we talked about. One more time, lift, leg lifts, other leg lifts. Now hold. 2 breath cycles. You can always come to the knees. Squeeze those glutes. Good. And lower down. Sit back. Give yourself a little shell stretch. I like to always wiggle my hips. It just feels really good for me. Let's roll up. The legs are coming out in front of you. You could sit up on a pillow or pad here if you need to make it comfortable for you so you can get a nice long spine. Legs are about mat distance apart, a little bit wider than your hips. Reach the arms out, palms facing forward. Going into our saw, twist towards me. Drop that back thumb, dive forward. Think of the pinky finger reaching towards the opposite pinky toe, and then stack back up and come to center. Twist. Find those obliques. Reach. Find that front hamstring. Come on up and center. Let's go again. So as you're reaching forward, you just go so far that your opposite hip can stay down. Keep the belly pulling back as the fingertips reach forward and rise up, creating that opposition, those opposing forces in the body. Feeling lots of muscle connection, lots of stretch, getting more flexible, getting more strong each time we do this exercise. And twist, reach, up. Good, let's do one more each direction because this is such a nice exercise. We're doing so many things at once. Think of lifting that back arm a little bit. Feel that tricep. Center, one more time. Reach, up, center, lower your arms down. Great job, everybody. We're going into the side bend. So let's come on over onto one side. You're on your hand and just bring that hand slightly forward of the shoulder. So bottom leg is going to be bent on the mat. Top knee is also bent facing the ceiling, and you're gonna bring that top foot right in front of the bottom ankle. This foot should be facing slightly forward, okay? So from here, we're gonna do the prep first. So we're just coming up, pushing the mat away, lifting our rib cage up into side bend, and just placing our knee down, our shin down, the bottom shin, and come on down. Let's try that again. Push into the mat, stabilize the shoulder, lift up from the ribs and over. Come on down. So you can keep going with that, or you can follow me. Maybe move your legs slightly further away from you. This is a more intermediate move, so it's quite challenging. We really want to make sure that we're pushing that mat away, lifting, getting a nice connection through here, stable through our shoulder. We're lifting up, keep lifting, straighten your legs, and over into your side bend. Bend the knees and come straight down. Lift, right up. So you really want to think of lifting from here. Inner thighs are squeezing, top hip is stacked, and down. One more of whatever variation you're choosing. Lift up, squeeze, and lower down. Awesome job. If that was the first time doing that, it can feel a little challenging, right? So just know it'll come with practice. Keep trying it, have fun with it. We're gonna go into the same move on the other side, starting with the prep. So get your positioning, push the mat away. Let's lift up to rest on that bottom shin, push the hips forward, and come on down. Let's do it again. All right, I'm going into the full variation just to be even. You do whatever feels good for you today, and right up and down. So what I want you not to do is get to here and then feel like you have to wiggle your feet away. I want you to lift, 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 squeeze the inner thighs, and down. You can move them away a little bit if you just feel like you need a bit more space, but the movement should really come from that underside waist, that lifting sensation. And down. Nice job, everyone. Let's do a mermaid. Bring your legs into mermaid position. And we're gonna move this way first. Lift that arm up and come over to the side. Big breath in. And all the way up. Other side. And let's flip those legs and go the other way. Up and over. I'm nice and warm. Hopefully you are too. It's a short class today, but lots of challenging movements, lots of flow, quick transitions, my favorite. All right, we're gonna come onto all fours, and we're just gonna sit back into a shell stretch, a little mobility to end things off here. So scoop that belly, reach the hands out, and come down to more of a child's pose. Now from here, you're gonna round your spine, ripple forward, drop the hips, lift the heart into a cobra, and sit back. Good. Round that spine as you start to ripple forward. Unravel from tail to head. Glutes are on. Lift that chest. One more time. I could do these all day, but just for time's sake, we'll do one more. Big breath in. And press it back. Nice. Okay, now from here, we're gonna bring our toes to tuck under and lift up into a downward facing dog. Walk the feet in a little bit and just hold here for a breath. Now lift the right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, shift forward, and place that leg down on the mat for our pigeon pose. The back leg is just straight. Top of the foot is down onto the mat, and you can either hold here, and you can just get your hips nice and square, or you can come all the way down and rest. You could even put your head right down if you have the flexibility. And just feel that stretch in the front hip. I like to wiggle back and forth in this one too. It feels really good. I get a nice release through that front hip. So you can try that. Nice, hands back down on the mat. Lift up, tuck the back toes, and let's find that downward facing dog position again. And lifting the opposite leg up into the air. Bend the knee, pull it to the chest, shift forward, drop that leg down. And we're reaching the back leg away. Square the hips and come into whatever position feels good for you here that you can hold. You could get a yoga block and you could stack it there, put your head on there. You could stack your fists. Don't force it, but see if you can get a little deeper with each breath. Nice. Okay, hands down. And one more time, we step it back. Downward facing dog. Let's pedal out our legs. 8, 7, 6. Good. Feel that nice length through the back of the legs. And 2 more. Hold there. Really get into this. Lift the seat up and back. Think of the sternum pressing down towards the mat as you push the mat away with your hands. Bend the knees, come on down, turn and face me. Reach those arms up. Press the arms down. Nice job, everybody. You did so well today. I hope you enjoyed that class. I'd love to know what you think, so feel free to leave me a comment. Give this video a like, and I will see you in the next class.